What up, y'all? What up, y'all? We're back for another episode. I'm your host, Shalandon. Listen, and this is Social Remedy TV podcast. Check it out. This is your source of inspiration, motivation, and healing. And we absolutely cannot tolerate any gatekeeping. So today I got a good episode, and we're doing a part two of a previous episode. We had the our teenage girls' perspective on social media and mental health, how social media is affecting the mental health of teens. And so we're going to get the fellas' perspective now. And so I want to introduce one of my good young brothers, man. This guy's doing some big things in the community, man. He's doing some great things here in Indianapolis. And my friend, my guy, young brother, Savion McNeil. What's up, bro?
What's good?
Glad you're here, man.
Appreciate it.
Glad you're here. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Listen, man. I'm glad you're here. I know we haven't talked in a minute. It's good to see you.
Good to
I
see
know
you.
you. I know you're doing some things and you're very busy, man. You graduated early, right?
Yeah, I pretty much got all my high school credits in. Right now, I'm pretty
Yeah.
much just working on like my college credits. So that way, when I graduate, I got a lot of college credits. So
Oh
I pretty
man.
much have my freshman year credits done by the time I get to college.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's dope. That's super dope. How old are you right now?
17. I just
17.
turned 17 in May. Yeah,
Man, so you didn't. So you was 16 and graduated, right?
I was 16 and I had
Yeah.
about like 50. I want to say 50 something credits. Yeah. I got close to 60 now, but I was like 16 and a
You
half
was
when I
already.
graduated.
Yeah, man. That's good, man. Most kids can't sit still and want to sit and learn, man. You got something going on. It's special, bro. So what type of things are you a part of here in the community, and what are you doing in the community to give back
Uh,
at a young age?
at my church, I definitely I work media at my church every
Yeah.
Sunday. I pretty much don't miss no Sundays unless I got something to do with basketball. And then at my school, we do like basketball clinics for the middle school, and we help the middle
Okay.
schoolers work on their games sometimes at my school when we're available to do that. So yeah, that's just some of the things I'm
That's
involved
what's
in
up,
helping.
man. Do the kids be wilding? Do they be
Yeah,
wilding on
you
you?
already know you got to get them in control sometimes, but they going to high school.
Yeah.
You look at them, you was in that same position, so you won
Right.
the game. You would have won it when you was that young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts. Facts. Do you work on your left hand? Do you have them
of
working on their
course,
left hand?
of course. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
always.
Okay. 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 So, man, I want to get into this topic, bro. I really want to get into this topic that we was talking about. And I want your perspective on it. I want your perspective on it, especially about social media and how it's impacting the youth right now, right?
Yeah,
How has social media impacted your own mental health?
my own mental health.
Yeah.
I'll probably say I feel like social media got effect on everybody because it's so natural in like today's culture. But uh, I try not to base my mental health off of social media. I mean, like I ain't gonna say like I don't take part in social media, but sometimes like when it's time to put social media down, like I delete Instagram for a month or a few months if I feel like I've been on it too much or I feel like I need to get back focused. So yeah, so my mental health, I say I've been pretty good, yeah, because I use it as a tool. Other people use it as a crutch, so it's
Yeah.
either or. You pick your poison with it.
Man, he's saying you pick your poison. Yeah, I mean, too much of anything,
Yeah,
it can drive you crazy. You can go wild about it. But beyond that, man, how is that like, you saying when you put it down, what do you do when you putting it down? What are some of the other things that you're doing that if some young person is listening, they can say, hey, maybe I can put this into play and get a peace of mind.
nah, when I put it down, I feel like it's distracting me from like what I'm working towards. So for me, I'll probably go to the gym. I'll put it down. I'll go to the gym. I'll start going playing basketball a little bit more. Or I'll start getting out the house. I'll start being a little bit more active. Get on school a little bit more. I know. I had all A's my junior year and like my first half
Hold
of junior
on, man.
year.
Hold on, man. You said that like it was just cool. Like I just do this. Yeah, all
I
A's.
had all A's my junior year. Yeah, I had all
Are you
A's.
were you in any advanced classes as well?
Yeah, I had
That's
I
dope.
had a college class, Common 14, and then
It's
I took
nice.
I took pre-cal too. I took a bunch of Spanish classes. Yeah, I had a lot of advanced classes.
Oh, okay. That's dope. We can finish the story, man.
But I had all A's, and my first and like half of my second quarter,
Yeah.
junior year, I didn't have no Instagram. Like I deleted. I ain't had no Instagram. Like I look at it occasionally, but strictly like for basketball because like my team on there and stuff. So I use it as a tool. But if I'm not using it for that, it wouldn't be on my phone or nothing. Not to say that I wouldn't be on other social medias like TikTok or so like that. But I feel like Instagram really would distract people for
Oh, for real. So
yeah.
so it's not so what's the difference between so like the Instagram, TikTok community? Are you more on Instagram or are you more on TikTok and or how do you use either one?
I
Right.
say I say I'm more on TikTok because if you don't if you don't really watch the news, kids always don't really watch the news.
Right.
So and they won't go researching it. Like me, I see something, I go research it up. Like if I feel like it's true, if I feel like I want to know more about it, people will
Right.
take something from TikTok and run with it. I'm usually more on TikTok because I feel like Instagram, I feel like social media, I feel like all social media, people gonna let you see what they want you to see. You
Right.
know, you're not really. I feel like none of social media is real unless the person who's on it, is real themselves. But like I feel like it's a facade. I mean, you only see people on social media seeing what they want you to see.
Right, right. And I think that has a huge effect. I know my daughter and her friends was talking about like all the images that they see on there, and some of it comes off to some people as I don't really want to say negative imagery, but it negatively impacts them from the standpoint they're comparing themselves to them. You know what I mean? Do you ever do
Yeah.
that? Do you ever find yourself doing that or find yourself doing that?
Um, it's easy to find yourself doing that, but me, I I feel like some people do it. It's different aspects of it. Like when I was in like I say like eighth grade,
Yeah,
uh, I find myself in comparison. Like with basketball, I play a lot of basketball. You would compare yourself to somebody across the country and feel like, oh, they this age and they didn't did this, that, and the third.
right,
But I feel like once you compare yourself, like it's gonna kill your spirit. You're not supposed to do that. You know what I'm
hmm,
saying? So I wouldn't compare myself to nobody on social media because you literally seeing what they want you to see. Don't base it off what they want you to see because at the same time you could do the same thing and they feel like they gotta compare themselves to you. So
that's
yeah.
wild, man. That's wild, and I think our culture pushes that though. Like you
Yeah.
see what they got, you see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And they push it in front of your face so much where it's like, man, well, I know if I'm not keeping up, I'm missing out on something. It's like almost it's called FOMO, the fear of missing out. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's admirable of you sometimes to be like, I don't care to miss out. I'm good because I got too much. I got too many other things to do, and that's a. I think you're mature for your age, and you're wise beyond your years with some of those type of thoughts. Because I know there's some young people, there's some kids that's you know, nah, nah, bro. It only that don't go too far. It's whatever I see in front of me. That's what it is, and I believe it. Do you think there's a difference in how guys experience social media versus girls?
Uh, I feel like there are definitely like different aspects to it. I feel like it's different because I feel like boys compare themselves to other boys more than I feel like girls do. I mean, it happening like with both genders, but I feel like boys do it more. Yeah.
Ladies, put in the chat do if you disagree with him or you agree with him. Do guys do you think guys compare themselves more to other guys versus women compare themselves to other women? You know, who does it more? I need you to put that in the chat.
And it's different aspects with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Elaborate.
females
Break that down.
females that envy each other over looks, who they hang around, stuff like that. I feel like with
Yeah,
guys, it's more they envy each other over what each other have. Like somebody envy you because of what you got, or how you was raised, or that you had both your parents in your house. So
yeah.
that's why I feel like it's different aspects. So yeah.
So what are some of the negative effects? What are some of the negative effects, bro, that you've seen out of your young life of social media being used the wrong way?
Uh, I say people getting too caught up and getting too distracted by getting like caught up in what they see other people doing. Like you see a bunch of people, like on social media. Like me personally, I don't go to parties. Like I don't go.
Right.
I ain't like I've been to like a party or two, but I don't really go to parties. And uh, I don't go to parties, but everybody on Instagram, they promote parties. They go to parties. I don't do that.
Right.
Cause like I don't like the stigma around it, even though it got a bad stigma around it. Like I don't like partying, but people on Instagram like they see people at partying, but oh, I want to go to a party. I'm not the type to do that. Like I see people partying, I feel good being an oddball out. So yeah, that's like
Hey, bro, you different. Some people are
yeah,
like, man, I don't want to be an oddball.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
want to be
I
with it. I
never
want to
feel
be in
you.
the mix. But that's dope. I think that's real dope. What could someone do though to actually taper, right, their uses of social media, like you said before, like or let me ask you this: what strategies do you use to manage that potential negative impact?
Um,
How do you curb that, like where it's like, I see this is getting, you know, it's getting out of hand, or I'm doing too
yeah.
much.
Usually, me personally, sometimes because I be at that because it's summer break, I be like at my house by myself a lot. So I set an alarm or I set like a reminder, like at this time, like just get out the house and go to the gym or something.
Hmm.
Or I'll be like at this time, computer check on work, something like that. But usually, like I'm able to like gauge like, all right, I didn't been on it like enough right now. It's time for me to do something else. And then a lot of extracurricular stuff to keep you busy, like basketball keep me busy. I'm probably busy like 4 or 5 days out of the week.
So man, that's
Yeah,
so what you're saying, this is what you're telling me, because you have other things in your life and you have other things going on, you try to lean to that to say, okay, I'm gonna supplement for this time
yeah,
that I'm on social media. I got to get away from social media just because I need to do some other things. I got to stay active.
yeah.
Well, what about the people that don't have that hope or have that other thing in their life? Have you seen the effects on them? Because I know somebody's been watching social media, like, the whole time, and they believe in what social media is saying. Like, what do you think those effects are, man?
I feel like being caught up in social media, like I feel like you lose your touch with the real world because
Yeah.
you living in social media so much, like you forgetting like that you actually here, you're not living your life for real. You can't live your life through social media. So that's one of the negative effects I feel like to me. And you don't gotta, and even if you don't play sports, I mean, you can fill your time with other stuff. I mean, you could use to better your relationship with God or anything, because everybody got something they want to improve in. So use it to better yourself, basically.
Right. Use it to better you. Okay. Cool. 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 So understanding that, you know what I'm saying, you got a relationship with God, man. What would you say um on that to any of your friends or any of the teens that may be dealing with something through social media? How would they take that to God? Could you
How would they
elaborate?
take that to God? Well, I know me. Uh, I fast sometimes. Like I fast from social media, even though sometimes like I delete it. Like sometimes I'll
What's
just
fat?
fast.
Hold on. What's fasting?
Fasting is when you sacrifice something,
Right.
and that's when you use that time to get closer to God.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. The only reason why I ask, because there's people that may not be in the church that watch this
yeah,
podcast, right? And they need to understand what fasting is. So, yeah. So you fast sometimes,
yeah.
and what do you do while you on a fast?
Or you fast, you use that time to get closer to God. You
Okay.
pray, you steady listening, listening for his voice, and he gonna tell you what he needs you to
Right.
do.
Right. Right. How you hear his voice, though? I'm gonna ask you all these little questions.
I really
I already know, bro.
I heard something the other day and it made so much sense to me. They said you hear God more often than you think.
Okay.
Like some that tell you not to do something or some that tell you need to do this. A lot of the times I feel like it be God. I was watching Pastor Brandon Clark, and he
Yeah.
said
Shout out to Pastor Clack.
that's something that tells you like what to do or not to do something. That's God, but you gotta obey it.
Right.
Like you gotta obey. You can't just ignore it, especially if like that is right.
Right. You don't ignore the
Yeah.
right. How many times have we ignored the right thing to do?
A lot, a lot, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for somebody, what he's basically saying, for somebody that's fasting, you you have to get in your word, open the Bible, read, because that's where God begins to speak. Not only that, that's the truth. And when you begin to hear the truth and meditate on the truth, it says the Bible talks about things, think on these things whatsoever is good, right?
Mhm.
Whatsoever is right, like those things, whatsoever is true. Like we want you to think on these things, because when you fill in your head with social media, social media And TikTok, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a bad thing if you use it wrong or you do a
Mm-hmm.
little bit too much or make it become your god,
Yeah.
right? But when you're taking that time to fast, I think you get a healthy balance of saying, okay, let me sift through this noise and let me hear what God is saying. Am I correct or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. So, man, you graduating, you playing ball, you got all of these things working on your behalf, man. Even got a little girlfriend, man, on here. Yeah, even my guy even got a little girlfriend. So I think God is really blessing you and your family, man. I see what God is doing in your life, and I'm really proud of you.
Appreciate
And so, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years, and what are you striving to do?
it. In the next 5 years, I plan to be graduated from college with my mechanical engineer degree, and find hopefully using my connections that I built in college to find a great career path, and something that I could work on for the rest of my life.
How could you use social media to help you do that?
I say you could use social media like to build up a lot of connections. Like right now, I feel like social media play a big part in sports,
Okay.
because you market yourself and you get yourself out to other schools,
Mm-hmm.
and and a lot of people, they get offers through social media. I mean, social media is not always a bad thing. Like, it can be used as a tool to help you. So I feel like a lot of people uh are so caught up in like the entertainment side of social media, they don't realize like it could really be used as a tool to help better yourself and help better your situation at the same time.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I think if we begin to use social media as a marketing tool and learn how to use social media where it's a little bit more safe, you're not just putting things out that's crazy and you're being intentional.
Yeah.
I think you'll have a better result with social media versus some of the stuff that goes on and some of the stuff that we see,
Hmm.
right? Um, I saw something very disturbing, man, a little while back where the little girl um they had this little girl's birthday party and the video went viral and the little girl at the little girl's birthday party they playing I did I don't even want to say the song but they playing Pound Town,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and the little girl it's crazy, she was dancing, her little friends was dancing with the mascots, and it's like wow, like these kids are like 6 years old and like they showing this on social media. This is wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I think y'all's generation are dealing with so much as far as social media and that culture, bro. How do you feel about that?
uh I feel like at the same time, it's uh it also have to do with like how you was raised at the same
Yeah.
time, because I feel like uh what appeals to people is like what they used to. So I feel
Yeah.
like nobody going like nothing's gonna appeal to somebody if they ain't already like seen it before, or if they ain't already used to it. Like, it's not already in their culture.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, certain people who don't have culture like us, like stuff like that wouldn't be appealing to them. But
Right.
us, we be around it, we see it all the time. It's what's glorified on social media. So I
Right.
feel like that's why it's appealing to some people.
So what would you say, how could we curb that? What do you think that we could do to help change that part of the culture? Because it's not what's up, bro.
Upbringing. A lot of people just gotta a lot of people like,
Gotta help out.
yeah, gotta help because it takes a village.
Yeah.
Like, a lot, like, we just gotta help out at the same time. Like, we gotta get in the community and change these things. Like it goes on at home. Like, you start at the house. What appeal to a lot of people, they learn from home. So like I
Right.
said, like, yeah, it all start from like where you came from.
Dope. Dope. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Let's see. Let's see. I got another question for you, bro. Got another little question for you. What advice would you give other teens,
Uh,
right? Um, that may be feeling the pressure of social media. Like I feel the pressure to compare myself. You may not know, they may say to you may not know what it's like, but I feel like I want to compare myself to that person. I use them as a goal to reach a higher height. But you may see it as a little bit unhealthy. How would you talk to them?
um, comparison. I feel like comparison is not always bad, but when it turns to envy is when it becomes a problem. I
Hmm.
feel like if you compare, if you're using somebody as a goal, like I want to get to here, like I feel like that's very positive. I feel like because people compare themselves to like who they want to be like all the time, but they use that as a goal. But I feel like when it turns to an envy or sulking, like
Yeah.
like feeling like, damn, I wish it was this person. I feel like that's when it needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Because you're not living your life like you sitting behind a screen looking at somebody like, dang, I wish I had that life, and you're not going to make nothing happen for yourself.
Wow. Now I remember you. I remember, bro, that you had lost a friend a little while back. You
Yeah.
was going through a, you know what I'm saying, a moment. And so, how did social media affect you in that moment?
Uh, I kind of after like a week or so, I had to put my phone down because when you lose somebody as close to you, like especially somebody that you see every day, like
Yeah.
it become hard.
Yeah.
Cause I lost my friend James, may God rest his soul. I was seeing him. I went to school with him, and I hung out with him after school. Like I see him a lot, you know. And then being on social media, like you seeing people posting like every day, every day, every day, every day, every day,
Yeah.
and it steady remind you, and then you might be filled with sadness, anger, rage. I had to put my phone down because it was like it was making me like I was steady getting sad. I was filled with rage. Like I just had to put my phone down because I couldn't see him every day because it's making me mad. It's making me sad. All that. You know what I'm saying? So I say like yeah, in order to properly grieve, I had to put my phone down and I had to like better myself and I had to think about more positive things.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you ever? That's crazy, bro. That's real wild to like think about that situation. And I remember working with you and dealing with that, man. That's major. We prayed for you. We was praying for you, bro. Um, do you think that that part of social media, and you're talking about the part where it's like just everybody just keep posting and posting, and you're down there and you watching, and it's like, man, I gotta turn my stuff off. Do you feel like sometimes social media is invasive to your privacy? Like it's just like you're invading. Like,
I feel like only if you let it.
okay,
People only gonna see stuff that you put out there.
uh
You
huh,
feel me? You letting people see this. I feel like it's cause and effect. You can't get mad as somebody asks you about this because you created a window for them to ask you about this or for them to see this part of you. So
yeah,
I feel like with social media, it can only be invasive if you let it. So if you don't like it being invasive, put the phone down. Get off of social media. Nobody
yeah,
saying you can't have no phone. Yeah, get off of social media. I mean that's pretty much. I feel like that's pretty much what it is anyway for everybody to be in your business. And if you put
yeah,
your business out there, everybody gonna be in it. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So yeah.
right. That's this just like cyberbullying. And I know like that's real huge. And I know in this day and age and everything where people are bullying people on social media, doing things like that, right? Irritating, trolling, whatever they doing, right? Negative, spitting negative views and everything behind the keyboard, something that they wouldn't say to your face, or maybe they would, but it's just keep coming with the pressure, pressure, pressure. How would somebody conduct themselves dealing with cyberbullying? How
Um,
should
I feel like everybody should be beneath them. Going for one, I feel like cyberbullying is like I
mm-hmm.
feel like people shouldn't let that affect them because for one, everybody's gonna have their opinion on you. People gonna like you or they gonna hate you, but you
Right.
can't make nobody do one or the other. You know what I'm saying? People hate you today and then love you tomorrow. So I feel like basically I feel like yeah,
That's crazy,
yeah.
man. Like, so you saying they should cut their phone off to step away. Like,
Yeah, I feel like
what if it goes beyond that?
I feel like you should never let yourself start going back and forth with somebody on social media. Because for one, I feel like it's childish, and I feel like everybody should be mature enough to be like, let me not go back and forth on social media. Because why are you putting that out there? If you have problem with somebody, why are you going back on social media, back and forth on social media with them? I feel like, yeah, that's very childish. And yeah,
We're gonna pick up on that here in a second. Listen, we got a commercial break. We got to run. We'll be right back with another episode of Social Media TV. I said social media, Social Remedy TV. It's all good. All right, peace. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in to Social Remedy TV, but I have a quick announcement to make. Check it out. As many may know, I'm a graphic designer, videographer, cinematographer, right, and filmmaker. So a lot of people have been calling me and actually been DMing me about what type of equipment are you using to get the look that you have. So what I decided to do is to give my Social Remedy TV community a link to be able to fill out the form and get the consultation and the help that you need. So please do not forget to fill out the link below, right, if you're interested, and set up your consultation now. All right. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. Have a good one. Peace. Yo, we back. We back. And today we're still talking about this is part 2 of social media, TikTok, and the effects on our teens' mental health. And so we got one of my young brothers here just to reiterate that. Again, if you just now watching the show, we've been having a great conversation. You can always rewind and go back to the top and check it out. This is my brother Savion McNeil. Man, he got a lot of things going on. Young brother, and already graduated. He's ready to go to school, ready to go to college at a young age, right? 16. Now he's 17 and everything. And so we're gonna pick up with what we were just talking about. We're just gonna pick up on this last part we was talking about how could someone curb or mitigate and handle cyberbullying through social media, right? And I know you talked about get off your phone, right? And then my question before we went to break is, what if it goes beyond that? Like, how should someone handle that?
um, I feel like I feel like I feel like you put yourself in a lot of situations. You could be put in situations by some people, but a lot of the times you put yourself in the situation that you in. So once you get past that, it becomes a consequence thing where you may have to deal with the repercussions and consequences.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should be mature enough and smart enough to avoid that at all costs, and to know that before it gets past this, I should shut it down right now. And it may take, and a lot of people don't like being the bigger man, especially on social media. But at the same time, as a consequence, when you know that you're the one who put yourself in that situation. So sometimes you may have to be like, all right, I may have to be the bigger man and squash it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. That's, bro, I think at a certain point though, at a minor's age, you should get your parents involved.
Mm-hmm.
Right? To get the parents involved, get the school involved, go to the proper authorities. It's like this is getting out of hand. Because I know there's some people that they feel like, oh, I can't think straight. Like I can't even think straight because of these pressures. So, what about the dangers though of dating online though? What's that about? Like, right?
Uh, Dating online, it's a lot of danger with that. Because at the same time, meeting somebody online, you don't know their true intentions.
Yeah.
It's not like meeting somebody and getting to know them, especially when you meet up with somebody and you never seen them in person, you never had a in real life interaction with them. 'Cause I feel like you could call somebody a million times, but like you got to really have a certain type of trust to have an in real life reaction with somebody. So it's different now today than it was back then, because there was no going to talk to a female.
Hold on, man. Hold
Like
on. You
that.
wasn't back then. You didn't know how it really went down, bro.
I feel like
What?
that's common sense. So it wasn't a lot of social media back then, but I
Right.
feel like that's just in today's culture.
Facts,
Talking to
man.
females
I'm
online,
messing
yeah,
with
talking
you.
to
I'm
people
messing
online,
with
yeah.
you. So with that being said, on that note, bro, um, I think that when you're dealing with online dating and all those things, and every point you said was so valid. I really appreciate it. Um, I think that you have to really be cautious.
Yeah,
You really have to be cautious because now you got sex trafficking going on.
yeah,
They kidnapping people. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, right? But back in the day, this is what's tripping me out. Back in the day, before like online dating and all social media and all of that. We had to, if we wanted to talk to a girl, we had to get up and go talk to them. Now, or go get their phone number. Now, y'all like, just
And that's what I was saying. Like,
give me your Instagram tag, give me your snap, right?
and that's what I'm saying. Like, when people be on social media so much, they lose touch of reality. Like,
Yeah.
somebody on social media, and then you lose. You don't even know how to talk to people. You on social media for so long. Like, you caught in this. Uh, caught in this loop, all in Instagram all the time, and you forget how to talk to people. You don't know how to talk to girls. You don't know how to have an in real life conversation.
Hold on, man. Listen, y'all. Look at this young fella. He over here talking about y'all don't know how to talk to girls, so you don't know how to have a conversation. I love it. I love it, man. I think we need more of that. I think a lot of people need to be held accountable with social media. We got a lot of grown people, grown men that don't know how to talk to a woman behind I'm on social media. That's the only way I know how to function, right? And so I really appreciate that quote, bro. You really talking. You talking good. You talking good. So now let me ask you. You in a relationship, you
Yeah.
good. But just say it's your girl, you just meeting your girl for the first time. How would you handle that? Like, did you meet her social media? Did you step to her? How did you do that?
Uh, I met my girlfriend through social media. I ain't gonna lie,
Uh
but
oh, uh
yeah, I met my girlfriend through social media. At the same time, uh, I made an effort to like have real conversations. I feel like some people who be on social media, like they talk to girls on social media, they won't even go as far as to have a real conversation. They'll like your picture and then they expect, and then you like their picture and then they expect all the conversation in the world without actually knowing how to hold an actual conversation.
right.
So, if you do reach out to somebody on social media, make sure you know how to talk. And then I didn't keep it just to words on social
Hold on,
media.
hold on.
I
He,
asked
he
some
said
real
he said
questions.
he said if you reach out, make sure you got to know how to riz, right? That's the word y'all use?
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
use it. I don't really use it too much because
Yeah.
a lot of stuff get watered down. Yeah.
He said make sure y'all know how to rap to a lady, right? But there's so many, and I'm telling you, it's grown men that don't know how to do that. So you beyond your years, man. You beyond your years. But so the step from all right, now we're gonna take this in through steps. So they liked your picture, you like theirs back. Then what happens next?
Uh, if that's somebody, if that's somebody that you're really interested in, you should actually reach out
Uh-huh.
and it should start. And some people they don't even ask you your name no more, and I feel like that's so dumb because
Wow.
some people will see you and call you your Instagram handle, and I feel like that's stupid because why are you calling me my Instagram handle in public? You ain't even ask me my name or something.
Yeah,
Have
like it's
like
a
a real
character.
conversation, yeah.
Yeah, like you a
Like,
character
yeah, like
or
get to know me for me, like. And then some people wanna date somebody just to see off like how they portray on social media. I won't date somebody unless I know how they is in real life. I'm not. Some people start dating on social media. You don't know how that person is in person, how they
right.
is in real life, how they have real interaction. So, yeah.
Wow, man. See, listen, this is a whole culture that's going on right now. This is a whole new culture that's going on right now. And that I'm loving to hear the insights behind it. You know what I mean? And how it works and whatnot. And I know they was talking about sliding in DMs and all of that connecting. But what I've been seeing is a lot of this too, is a lot of fights being promoted like through social media, like like how the schools, like the kids in schools, they'll say, "Oh, we're gonna fight at 3 o'clock," and it's whatever, and it's running through social media. Like, how can we help that or do or mitigate that as parents?
Uh, I wouldn't say I don't condone fighting. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like it's a better way to go about everything, but I feel like everything's not avoidable. So
yeah,
I feel like now fight fighting is not what it used to be. I mean, you can't just fight somebody and then that be the end of it. You can't just and if that was the case, then I feel like it'd be a lot more beneficial to fight somebody. You fight somebody, boom, hash it out and it's over.
right.
But that's not the case. A lot of people, you could fight. It's just so many aspects now. You could fight somebody and then you could lose. And then you could get clowned on social media. And then they gonna feel like, you know, that, oh, since they clown me on social media, I gotta take it further. So it may not just be just a fight no more. Now, back when stuff wasn't so accessible, a fight may have, you may could have fought somebody and it actually solved the problem. But I feel like nobody's mature enough to just fight. And then if they lose, and then leave it at that. But it's so much stuff is accessible, and then you see so much stuff, and there's so many things influencing people. Like you might not want to fight somebody even if you know you win, because if you win, where the other person gonna take it, and that may not be a route that you want to go.
Eh, So who do you think's responsible for that? Do you think it's our generation that's responsible for some of that?
So I feel like it's a kind to social media, because when when you fight somebody back before
Mhm.
social media, was introduced, you could fight somebody, but you're not gonna have people who go to different schools talking about the fight, asking about, yeah, I seen you so and so on
Right,
this page getting whooped on.
right,
But now that it's social media, you could go. It's people, you could go watch a fight that happened at a school across the city. So so when people see you in public, they're gonna look at you and be like, oh, you the person that got so beat on
right.
at this school, and they don't live nowhere near your school. So
Listen, that's trash, bro.
yeah.
That's super trash. But that's the day we living in. And so while we're dealing with that, so I think that we, right, as leaders and as parents, my generation should be able to have these conversations, right?
Mhm.
For sure. And I know, and especially about, I think, do you think music has an effect on this,
Uh, Music definitely has an effect.
and celebrity?
Yeah, influencers and music take effect, because people do what they see as popular. A lot of people are followers. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are followers. They follow
Yeah.
trendsetters. So, people see stuff on social media that they see an influencer doing, or somebody who make music, and they find that appealing. So yeah.
So my question as a parent, and like I said, a leader in the community as well, is what can we do as far as in our conversations? How should our conversations be centered around? How can we help you guys to understand, or we get a better understanding, to come along, to come on board, and to help guide, right? Um, and I know we talk about music all the time and stuff.
Mhm.
So my thing is, do you think we should have conversations with older adults? Do you think you should have conversations with older adults about, this is what so and so is saying, this is what you're looking at, and this is why they doing what they're doing,
I feel like
right?
conversations with adults could and children could be very beneficial.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of I feel like a lot of game come from older people. I don't want to really say old heads, but
No, you
a
can
lot of
say what you say.
a lot
Yeah.
of game come from old heads. I feel
Yeah.
like that's how you learn. I feel like that's how I learned a lot of things, just being around uncles, my father, being around family,
Shout
just
out to Pops, man. That's my
just
guy. That's
just
my guy, man, for sure.
being around a lot of older people that could just tell you how to. I was in a barber shop. uh it's a lot of old heads in there, but I listen to all the advice they give me, because they've been around and they've been here. So
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, just taking
So
advice and weeding out the bad, but taking the good advice in, and like just acting on that.
right. So you be listening to what I be saying sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
just I you know,
Oh yeah, because
yeah.
because because
I'm just
because
messing
everybody
with
could, yeah,
you.
everybody could teach somebody something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A shout out to Mom too. That's my sister, man. That's my homegirl. Yes, for sure. For sure. Man, you got some good parents, bro. So I gotta do either or. Which one? We gotta do a round of that.
All right.
All right. We
Yeah.
gotta do a round of that.
All
We gotta
right.
do a round of that. I know we did it before with my daughter and them, but I definitely want to do that with you. So with that being said, you listening to the OGs, who's better, Mike or Mike or LeBron? Which one do you go with?
Uh, I go with Michael LeBron. I go with LeBron.
Oh, for real? Why is that?
I say Mike, because
You
I
go,
ain't trying to
you go.
speak out what seen, cause I could just, in my opinion, I mean, you may have a different opinion, but I
Yeah.
just saw somewhere they said some of Jordan defensive stats was padded. Like they put
Oh, so they
more.
showed like
Yeah, like
they
they play. They had a
they
full
showed
game
results. They showed
footage.
receipts of
Yeah,
that.
they showed stats. Like
Wow.
his stat sheet had, I think it was like between two games, it had like 20 some steals on it or something. And then they watched both games, and it was less than that, by like a decent margin. I think it was like 7 less steals.
So
And
so
that's the year he won Defensive Player of the Year too.
oh
So
so that's so this is the good thing. Is it so is this a good tool or so good part of social media to where they bring up receipts?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
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 I feel like it definitely, yeah, it definitely, like, you could fact check a lot of stuff. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, cause see, I think back in the day with social media, bro, we didn't have that. We can get away with so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff that I say, man, that I did that I'm like, if we had social media,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm cooked, bro. I'm fried. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fried. But it's crazy. All right, so let me see. Let's go music. No, no, no. Let's go fashion. Cause I know you're a fashionable young fella. You like to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Jordan ones or McQueens?
Uh,
Oh, that's tough.
that was a tough question. My
That's
my
tough.
my friends be on my head a lot too about me wearing like designer. I'll say it depends on how I'm feeling that day. It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Okay, 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 okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I I didn't had about 2 pair of McQueens, and I had 2 pair of Jordan ones, but I like some of the other Jordans better. But
Okay.
uh I feel like, yeah, it just depends on how I feel that day. Like hot weather like this, I'm not wearing no McQueens. I'll put on some Jordan ones. But like fall, winter,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. Let's go with music.
All right.
Yeah, let's go with music. Let's go with gospel music real quick.
All right.
Kirk Franklin, Ty Tribute. Oh,
I gotta say,
oh.
I'm gonna go with Kirk. I'm gonna go with Kirk on
You
this
gonna
one.
go with Kirky?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
All
Kirk.
right, let's bring Kirky up. Let's get another heavyweight against Kirk. Kirk Franklin or dun 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 Fred Hammond.
Uh,
Whoa.
I say for him and bring more soul. I still gotta go with Kirk because I just played such like a big part of my childhood. Like I
Okay.
always listen to some Kirk. Yeah.
Okay. 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 All right.
My mom always playing in the car. Like, yeah, I got. That's just what I'm so used to hearing. So yeah, I gotta go with Kirk.
All right. Now we're gonna go Indianapolis. Mississippi Belle or Country Kitchen?
Country Kitchen.
Whoa.
I say
Oh, that was quick. You ain't even think about that.
I say Country Kitchen.
You ain't think about that. Shout out to Country Kitchen. Mississippi Belle. No, you mean I mean, look, hey, I'm sorry. Listen, if y'all ever in the Indianapolis area, y'all want some soul food, go slide to Country Kitchen. For sure, for sure. All right, here we go. Indianapolis one more time. Um, Black Expo or the Circle City? Oh, come on now.
I
Come
say the
on.
Black Expo.
Black Expo, why?
Cause that was a part of my childhood. So I remember my dad, cause he took me to my first Black Expo one time, and it's just so you love to see it. It just so many people thriving. Their
Yeah,
businesses, everybody just
yeah.
coming together. I say Black Expo because I like what it stands for.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, we're going back to church one more time. Bishop C, Bishop Gates.
I gotta go with Bishop C. Sean Tyson. That's the
Whoa.
crib. That's the crib. I can't
That's right. He
even.
said that's the crib. We
I
can't.
knew I knew my answer already. You said the
Yeah,
first one.
it
That's the
ain't
crib.
even. We
Yeah.
ain't even gotta. You know what I'm saying? Lay that
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Hey, man, it's all good. That's all fun and games. Whatnot. It's all fun and games. Listen, I'm telling y'all gotta continue to support the young people. You got to continue to have these conversations because I feel like if we have these conversations, we can get a better understanding of where we're going and to help them and to guide them in the right direction. And I know sometimes they say that y'all, like young people, don't really want to, really don't want to. Okay. Oh, my wife wanted to do music.
All right.
My wife wanted to ask you about some music.
All right.
So, excuse me, y'all. Let me back that up. Let me back that up. So, music, we're going to go R&B. We're going to go a little rap. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of that.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Rap, hip hop. G Herbo. I hate to bring this dude's name up. I ain't even gonna bring him up.
Oh.
Nah, nah. Okay. G Herbo or Kodak?
G Herbo.
Okay. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Let me see if you know some old music.
All
Some
right.
older heads. Okay. Tupac or Big?
Pot.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got one. We got one. What's up? What's going on, Jay? What's going on? Everybody that's watching, shouting everybody out. That's what's up. That's what's up. He said Pac. Why would you say Pac? Why would you say Pac?
I better music got more message. I feel like I not to say Big
You
ain't
you
make.
you're more attracted to
Yeah,
message.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like G Herbo. G Herbo, he make struggle music.
Struggle music. Okay.
And some of those people are the voice for the people at the bottom to let
Uh-huh.
people know what's really going on. So I feel like
Right.
when people use a platform to like, voice what's really going on at the bottom and bring it to the attention of people at the top, I feel like that's respectable. That's more respectable above all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Her or Scissor?
SZA.
What?
I listen to more SZA. They both
Hold on,
good
that's
artists.
hold on, bro. Hold on. I just heard you tell me Tupac had a message,
Yeah.
but you like more message music, struggle music.
Yeah. But
And then
it's
you go with
different
Scissor over her.
though. R&B, I say it's a little different.
It's a little
I
different.
say for me at least, I say it's a little different.
Okay.
I say it's a little different R and B. I choose his because I didn't heard a handful of her songs, but like I say I listen to SZA more like on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, some of that music, bro, you got to watch what you listen to because it
yeah,
got boys crashing out.
yeah,
It got boys crashing out for sure.
yeah.
So, last but not least, let's go old school R&B.
All right.
Let's go 90s.
Okay.
I know you got parents that love the 90s.
Okay.
And they played it around the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. New Edition or Jodeci?
Little this.
Hold on, man. You answered that way too fast, man.
Okay.
You answered that way too fast. You answered that way too fast. Now, explain that to me, young fella.
Little this. Oh,
Explain that to me, young fella.
uh,
Like,
uh, my mom she was a Bobby fan, Bobby Brown fan.
yeah.
So I grew up hearing them more than Jodeci. Even though like when I got older, I heard more Jodeci songs. I still lean
Why
towards
you
New
hear more
Edition.
Jodeci?
Like social media.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I feel like New Edition that it just hit so close to home for me. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fan. I'm a Bobby Brown fan myself. I ain't no
Oh, okay.
fanatic, but
Yeah.
I listen to a few Bobby.
Oh.
So I like New Edition. For
So
sure.
okay. So do you like instruments or more performance? Do you like a person that can play instruments and give a good song versus a person that can perform better?
They both play like very big parts in music.
Yeah.
But I gotta go with instruments though, because
Instruments,
I feel like without no instruments, there is no performance.
instrumentation. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate. Oh, look. She gonna say, what about Drake or Kendrick? Oh my gosh. Which one you gonna say?
I knew mine. I'd go with Kendrick
You'll go
Lamar,
with Kendrick over all of them?
but the same
Even J.
reason.
Cole?
Uh, that's hard, but I probably go with Kendrick too, cause
Mm-hmm.
with the Kendrick and Drake one, as my same reason that I picked Herb and then Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
Struggle music.
Yeah.
I listen to Kendrick Lamar even to this day, even his old stuff. But back then, because when you young, you listen to stuff you like it because you like how
Mm-hmm.
it sounds, and then you get older and you pay attention to what's being said, and then you be
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't realize what they were saying when
Right.
I was younger, but this is like real stuff. Like this is some real stuff that he's spitting.
I think something that's changing now is, and I don't know if you noticed it, I've been noticing it, like music is starting to change from just saying anything to starting to have like more messages. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Um, I've been looking at the top guys. The top guys had been like Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake. Drake don't really have a big message and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I would never like, it don't move me.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. But I peep game and I've been noticing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that J. Cole is one of out of all of those. I think he has one of the like biggest messages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been noticing that it's starting to shift. The music, you know what I'm saying? That part of music is starting to shift. Some of it is starting to have positive messages
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Not saying that we promote it or that's something that we should do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we should like, and I think having these type of conversations, not saying, hey, just need to stop listening to this. I want to know what you're listening to. I want to know the lyrics. What are they saying?
Mm-hmm.
And how they line up with your lifestyle. You remember we had a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was back there listening to what was you listening to that day? It was a little while back, about a year ago. And
I can't.
hey y'all, it was somebody wild. And I said, hold up, man, does that match your lifestyle? So why you listening to it?
I don't know. I can't. I can't. Even, I can't even remember who it
It
was.
wasn't Chief Keef. It wasn't Chief Keef or nobody like that. But it was. I'm saying you wasn't like. It wasn't like crazy. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this is when I. But when I heard it, I know lyrics. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I know what they saying, and so I think that having these conversations, and we shouldn't be scared to have conversations with our kids and younger people to be like, how does this match your lifestyle, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know at the time when we was listening to music, and I came up during the initial part of gangster rap and all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that type of stuff. I know that didn't match my lifestyle, but I didn't have an older person sitting down with me talking about, all right, what you listening to? Let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the things that helps us in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Where I can be like, Savy, look, check this out, bro. I think this is bad for you, or
Mm-hmm.
let's examine this real quick. You know what I'm saying? I think
Mm-hmm.
we need more of that in our communities, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Listen, man. Last but not least, I gotta ask this one.
Gotcha.
Mike, Michael Jackson or
All right.
Prince? Ooh.
My
Cause you said you old head, bro.
my family in Minnesota gonna get mad at me.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no. Hey man, I'm about to turn this live off right now.
Michael Jackson.
I'm about to turn it off right now. Crystal, you can click this live right now. I'm messing with you, man. Look.
Yeah, I'll feel me. So I got Michael Jackson.
why would you pick Mike over Prince and you like instrumentation?
I feel like I grew up like I was a Michael Jackson fan. Like
Also,
my
you had
grand
the
my my,
glove
my
and
grandparent. No, I had a glove, but I used to play the game,
you just have to
the
play the
little
game, the
dance
little
game,
Wii.
all that. Yeah, listening, and I probably knew every song, word for word. I mean, they both very influential. Both
Right,
very
right, right,
influential.
right, right.
But I feel like Mike had a lot of music with some messages too. Not to say not to say that Prince probably didn't have any like have music with messages, but uh yeah, I just what I grew up on.
Yeah, listen, man. I already know. I'm messing with you. You know that's not a bad pick because it's Mike. Your dad on here like, yep, that's my boy. He said, yep, that's my boy. Listen, man. Shout out to your pops, man, for sure. Listen, how are you being an example for your peers, bro? How
uh
are you helping them when you see them sliding or going the wrong way? What are you doing?
I be pushing my friends to do more. And
Yeah.
I be pushing like, improvement. I tell my friends like, you know and sometimes when I may be off, like, they may call me out too, so it's an
So
accountability thing with me and my friends.
you got a good
Yeah,
group.
it's accountability thing. We able to tell each other like you off, like you need to get back on track.
Yeah.
We got that type of friendship to where we could call each other out, and we won't get offended. Or if we do, we could come back the next day and be like, "You right, I was tripping, my fault," and come
Right.
back, wipe hands, and be
That's
shake
good.
hands, be
That's
cool.
good. That's real good. Do you express the love of God to them? Do you talk about God, or how do you do that if you do it?
Yeah, but I know I can do it more though.
Okay.
I know I could be better at it. Like I done invited my friends to church before.
I done
So
seen I done seen you. I done seen what you I've been
yeah,
seeing you put in work.
yeah, but def- definitely could improve on that. Because that's the goal. That's what's big about friendship. Your friends,
Yes.
should be bringing you closer. Yeah, so that's
Right.
big.
Okay. Okay. So I got a quick question for you. One more question for you. Like, how as parents, how can we what's the message that you want to tell parents that can help us to better help you guys?
Mm, I say I say be involved, be involved, be active, but at the same time, don't don't be. People say overprotective, but I like to say over preventive
Oh,
because
explain that.
parents, I feel like parents, they want to prevent everything, like they want to prevent every like bad thing their child does, but at the same time, life is living and learning. Sometimes somebody,
Hold on. Before
yeah.
you go into that, before you finish that, I want you to look in the camera and talk to parents. So, Crystal, can you switch that shot for him? Because I want him to talk to the. Yeah, there you go.
uh I feel like
Yeah,
you can't always try to prevent something that your child is doing. Not to say that you can't be protective or you can't be a parent, but
yeah,
at the same time, you're not around your child 24/7. So and your child has to learn for themselves because you could teach a child all the time and you could teach them right from wrong, you could teach them a lot, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be down to what they choose at the end of the day. So you can't try to prevent everything. You just got, you got to be a parent that's loving, that gives their advice. And then if it do come to it, then you do have to, lay the law down. But at the same time, you can't prevent everything. You got to let your child live and learn. So when they do go off and they are adults by themselves, then they know how to make choices for themselves, and they're not looking, oh well, what my mom want me to do, what my dad want me to do. But to where they mature enough and and have enough wisdom to where they could make decisions for themselves.
yeah. Yes. You about to go to college here in a minute.
Yeah,
You on your way. Yeah. Now you got a list of. I know you got a list of schools.
yeah.
You haven't picked yet. Tell us your list of schools, man, for
I
engineering.
got Ohio State, Michigan State,
Yeah.
University of Kentucky, Purdue,
Make
and
sure. Hold
Georgia
on. When you
Tech.
say Ohio State, you got to say the Ohio State. Yeah.
The Ohio State,
Yeah.
Michigan State, University of Kentucky, Purdue, and then Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So listen, my brother's doing some great things in community. He's helping out, man. He's helping out and trying to raise awareness on mental health and things like that. Is there anything that everybody should know about how you raise an awareness on mental health that they should know about mental health in the youth?
Uh, I say don't try to ignore it. Don't try to
Yeah.
ignore like your mental health. Don't cause I didn't been through like where I try to push my feelings down or I try to treat like it's not nothing because one day it's all gonna come out. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
be that one day that catch you like the last thing gonna go wrong and then you just gonna break down. So you gotta find like outlets for your feelings. Like don't ignore your mental health if you feel like it's getting bad. Then I ain't saying you gotta trust somebody enough to talk to them and tell them about all your problems, but at the same time, like don't ignore it. You got to tend to it, or just self love, like
Self
self love.
love.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to have a lot of self love.
No doubt. No doubt. Listen, y'all. This has been good. This has been my guy, Savvy McNeil, man. Shout out to him and what he's doing. Y'all gonna see him doing big things here in the future, whatnot. And I pray that God continue to cover him and bless him and his family, bless their life and whatnot, man. I'm just happy that you came, spend time with the
No
OG,
problem,
the
no
old
problem.
head, right? You didn't call me the old head. You didn't picked against me. You didn't pick. Well, no, the one thing that you picked that I rocked with,
Yeah.
it was two of them. I rock with Tupac
All
and I rock with LeBron.
right.
I know it's a lot of people that
Yeah.
probably don't like what I'm saying or like to hear none of that, but it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, bro, I really appreciate you, and I wanted to tell you I'm proud of you, man,
Appreciate it.
for sure. I'm gonna have to get some. We got to get Jordan. Yeah, we
Definitely.
gotta get him back. We gotta get him on the show. He had to go make some money today. He had to go to work, but that's all right. Yeah, we can have a collab and talk. So listen, shout out to everybody. Thank you. I say thank you to your parents for actually connecting with you too and getting us booking this time for us to talk. So straight up, listen. Thank you for watching the episode of Social Remedy TV, where this is your source of inspiration, motivation, and healing. And we absolutely cannot tolerate any gatekeeping. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful day. Peace.